Drop. Yo, welcome back to the NWO podcast, the Nerd War Order podcast, the podcast that is just too sweet.
Too sweet.
It's your boy, Dougie Fresh, a.k.a. Tripade El Idolo. And as always, I got with me my cousin in Destruction.
What it do? It's your boy, Cactus Pack. Split Foley, what it do, baby?
We without the exclusive one today. After telling us that he was not going to miss another episode, he surprised us with a surprise party.
This is an exclusiveless podcast.
Yeah.
An exclusive?
InXclusive.
An exclusive podcast?
InXclusive.
All right.
Maybe that's the name of the episode.
That might be the name of the episode.
InXclusive.
An exclusive podcast. What's been going on, cuz?
Shit, man. You know, chilling. We got Belle's big girl bed.
Hey.
So we made that transition into a big girl bed.
Transition.
A transition. She's forcing it. She's forcing it.
Oh, for sure.
Man, because when it's bedtime now, she can just get out.
Yeah. One day y'all gonna wake up, she gonna be in the refrigerator.
I was like, man, we're gonna have to start locking her gate again because she know how to open the door. So it's like, hey,
she don't know how to climb it yet though.
No.
Okay, you good then.
So
as soon as she learn how to start climbing, it's a wrap.
Man, and we also starting the potty trainer too. So
how's that going? It's low key easier with a girl than.
I keep hearing that, but I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, I looked out. Mariah was dope at the potty training. She was good.
I keep hearing that, but
yeah.
I'm not seeing. I mean, she's not.
Is she not telling y'all or?
It's not. It's just we're still trying to figure out her schedule.
Type shit. Okay.
I mean, I figured out if I play that Coco Melon potty song while she's on the potty, she's good. So it's just trying to figure it out. You know, figure out the nuances and whatnot. How to make things happen when they should happen.
Yeah. Once you get that balance right, it usually flows right. You see what I did there? Usually flows right.
I see what you did there. But how you been, man? How you been?
Shit, man, I've been good. Chilling, watching movies. Wrestling been so below par. I haven't really watched.
Yeah, Raw has been having some of his lowest ratings in the history of Raw.
And then it's like, y'all release a lot of good talent.
Yeah, after having these subpar ass ratings,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like then y'all release the big draws that y'all haven't been using.
So I think I shared a post in the group that was saying, I gotta go back. I forgot what it said. It was talking about the budget cuts, of course. The people who got cut.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys who. So I posted due to budget cuts, WWE pay-per-view Hell in a Cell is to be replaceable with suspense and offense. So one of the guys in the group, shout out to Jonathan Meddy, he was like, here's the thing, ratings may be total crap, but WWE has been recording absolutely crazy levels of profit since the pandemic started. What in the hell do they have to worry about budget cuts for? Not to mention Vince just got billions for that stupid Peacock deal.
That's because I think they're trying to make the portfolio look good because they're getting ready to sell. The rumor is they're getting ready to sell to Disney.
Oh my gosh. So, everything could be rated G after that.
Yeah, so that's what it's looking like. You know, Vince is trying to make one last cash grab and get as much money as he can to make the company look as profitable as he can before running off of billions. Because ultimately, I feel like that's what's going to happen, though.
You think Disney's gonna buy him?
That's where the rumor is right now. Disney or NBC.
Or NBC. I low key see NBC before I see Disney.
Yeah.
Just because of the deal they already got.
Yeah.
But Disney would be a surprising partner.
I see NBC first just because they now have the Peacock deal.
Right.
And that
That's
makes
what I
more
was thinking.
sense.
Right. 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 It's just it's like your ratings haven't been the same in I want to say some years.
Years. It's been a
Years.
while.
And it's like now y'all you get this money, you do this and that, and all of a sudden it's like y'all releasing a lot of good talent, but then on top of that, y'all going to the performance center, getting people ready for NXT, so you can call up NXT people to the main roster.
After releasing some NXT people that you already just called up.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you really finna go through this same cycle again?
I think it's more so of keeping the talent away from other promotions. Because
oh, for sure.
I mean, as much as people like to talk shit about it, you know, AEW is picking up a lot of good talent right now.
Oh, for sure.
And it makes sense because now they have, they got, so Dynamite is AEW Dark on YouTube, AEW Dark Elevation. It comes on Mondays on YouTube, I believe.
And now they're doing Rampage.
And then they're going to have AEW Rampage that comes on Fridays on TNT. Mm-hmm. So it's like now that they have these shows that they can showcase talent and bring eyes to different forms of the platform in different ways. So it only makes sense for them to get the guys that the other guy don't want.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And people like to do the comparison of AEW to WCW. And honestly, the more I think about it, it's like, what's so bad with that?
Right.
We got some of the best wrestling that we've ever had in the 90s in that 10-year period where WCW and WWF is going at it.
Yeah.
Why? Because competition makes everybody better.
Better, yeah. Because you want your stars to elevate themselves to make a better product that'll outdo the competition.
Yeah.
You know, so I still feel like they say budget cuts, but I still feel like these releases are still unnecessary.
Absolutely, they are absolutely unnecessary.
There's nothing logical about these cuts besides. I can't even say besides, because it's like it's really you can't say budget because it's like, bro, y'all budget is pretty lengthy.
Let's look at the latest in Black Wednesday history.
Like that's
first one, Aleister Black. Like why you literally just brought Aleister Black back and set him up for a storyline, a really good storyline.
Right, had the Dark Father story thing going. Was for the start a feud with Big E. I feel like eventually he was gonna win. He's gonna win the IC title from Apollo Crews.
Absolutely.
Now, what's this thing about Braun? Like, what's the truth? They say it's budget cuts, but I feel like it's something else behind it. Like it's something because the way they keep teasing. Because I haven't read, but I've seen more than 2 or 3 articles saying the real reason behind Braun being fired. Like I'm on it now. Deemed obsolete. Oh, okay. So the old chestnut budget cuts were cited as official reason for this week's WWE releases. Braun Strowman, Aleister Black and Company have been let go. They say it's hard to take at face value because they were first off generating profits in 2020. They said Vince didn't understand Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy's wrestling styles. Then he says that Braun Strowman was deemed obsolete as a main roster giant with Omos and Shanky now on Raw. Commander Aziz on SmackDown. It says his guaranteed $1.2 million a year deal likely worked against him as well. And the report states that Strowman hadn't pushed for a no-cut clause in his last round of negotiations, which something many of the bigger names have pushed. So you can't get cut. So it's like, yeah, that's. It says his 90 days non-compete clause expired August 31st.
Oh, so right before All Out.
So that should be fun. I feel like this is gonna shake up AEW's roster because I feel like they're gonna try to get as many people as they can
Yeah, I don't think they should necessarily go after all of them. I mean,
Right.
obviously, maybe Lana just because her husband is the face of the company right now.
Right. Right.
So maybe they, make a push for her. Shout out to Lana for, finally taking the time out to congratulating Miro on being TNT champion. Now she's capable of doing that.
Right.
So shout out to her.
Type of backlash.
Yeah. And, they got rid of Ruby Riott, which I feel like was it. They didn't know what they were doing with her in the moment. She was just kind of floating around.
And it sucks because if you think about it, that's the common thread with a lot of wrestlers they've been releasing.
Yeah.
And a lot of wrestlers that they still have.
Right.
They're not doing nothing with. Like, y'all just don't know what to do with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want these big bodybuilder type, strong, you know what I'm saying, monster type people. And then it's like y'all get them. Then it's like, okay, now it's too many of them. So now some of y'all got to go. And then it's like, well, we don't got no storylines for you. You got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like.
But they also been showing that WWE has slowly put Brock Lesnar back on the website.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember a post that was in our group chat, and one of the comments, no, it was on Twitter. I remember I posted something on Twitter. I was watching one of the pay-per-views. I forgot what pay-per-view it was, and it was one of the people I follow. She was like, "Damn, I never missed Brock so much." And it was like, yeah. As much as we hated that man, he put a lot of eyes on the product, bro.
Yeah.
It's like he still made it somewhat interesting.
Yeah, he made it better.
You know what I'm saying? It's like as much as we complain, oh Brock, it's too much Brock barely wrestled, Brock yada yada yada. It's like, damn, we might need bro back. Like we might need to bring him back into the fold. It's like maybe they pull off the turn, maybe come back as babyface Brock. You know
Yeah, maybe.
Cause isn't
so Bobby's
Almighty a heel?
Yeah, Bobby's a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see. I mean,
I seen some people. Sorry, my bad to cut you off. Cause I did not see some people say that it might not work because he don't have Paul.
Well, when he was a babyface before, he didn't have Paul.
Exactly. That was my.
He's only been a babyface without Paul.
Right.
So I think it's possible, especially going up against Almighty, with Almighty being such a good heel with the mouthpiece that he has in MVP.
Right.
Pause.
Right.
So I think that it's a good chance. Because it's a good storyline.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, who else does he have besides Drew to go against again? I mean, Almost is a tag team champion right now.
Yeah, AJ's a tag team champion. Seth is on SmackDown. Yeah, it's really more the reason why the releases don't make sense. It's like, who else y'all got lined up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did hear that they might bring Finn back.
Yeah, they've been thinking about calling him back up, which he asked to go to NXT. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's looking mighty rough. But then it's like, who's gonna get caught up in NXT? I feel like a lot of NXT people want to stay in NXT.
Yeah, because they see the bullshit that's going on with creative and on the main roster. Which I don't feel like being called up is necessarily a promotion anymore.
Oh no,
it's almost as if they're calling you to the graveyard, and now you're just picking which plot you want to get buried in.
Excellent analogy. That's damn near what it is. Damn near what it is. It's like how 50 Cent compared Koch Records as a graveyard. That's
what it is.
Main roster's Koch Records right now.
That's what it is. And Tony Khan is out here. Hey man, if you don't want to be called up to the main roster and have the CEO dancing on your grave, come on over here to All Elite Records, nigga.
AER, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like it's gonna take a lot for WWE to get these ratings back up how they used to be. The ratings that they're used to, the viewership that they're used to. It's gonna take a lot.
Especially with the type of money, the type of money matches AEW has been putting on cable.
For sure.
They're gonna have to do something, because I know last week the talk of the week was AEW's poor ratings. But people must remember, excuse me, that AEW was on Friday night last week. So, not a lot of people really realized that until the last minute.
Right.
So this past week, I think they had a better showing as far as rating goes because all of
more motherfuckers knew that.
motherfuckers knew that it was Friday Night Dynamite this week, and all the Twitter was talking about it. So, I mean, it's interesting to see the shift that's going on right now because I guess AEW is kind of proving that they can put on a Friday night show and still gather a decent viewership.
Right.
So
either way it go, I feel like even as much as they try not to, they gonna end up going head to head.
Yeah,
if it's not them, the fans are gonna make them go head to head.
You have to go head to head because even in this last year, right? Before NXT switched to Tuesdays,
right?
Even in this last year, the Wednesday Night War was some of the best wrestling that we've seen on Wednesday ever.
Right,
well,
for sure.
It has been the best wrestling we've seen on Wednesday ever. But this has been some of the best wrestling that we've seen in the past year solely because they were going head to head on Wednesdays.
Right, and I feel like once one of them left, it kind of didn't affect AEW.
No, it shifted the power more so to AEW.
It showed, I feel like it showed that WWE for right now, they're just not ready. They're not where they used to be, and it shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it shows a lot.
That's because you got a leader in Vince who is so gung ho on his old ways.
Oh yeah.
Right, because that shit only works for so long before people get tired of it. And I think the world is getting tired of it. Yeah, you got a lot of marks that are really sold on WWE never doing anything wrong. So everything that they see is good shit.
Yeah, they definitely got WWE stamps for sure.
But there's a lot of people out there now starting to see like they're giving us the same storylines every year. Every so often, every few months, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
And that's because the WWE creative is so scared to go against Vince. They don't know what to do because at the end of the day, Vince has a say-so over everything.
Yeah.
And I think it has a lot to do with the cancel culture. It's kind of tough to push the line, push the envelope.
Oh yeah, scared of people scared of backlash.
In today's society, because wrestling was always a showcase where you could push that envelope and it'd be okay because it's wrestling.
Right.
And now we're getting into a society where that's not okay anymore.
And the crazy part, which sucks, is I feel like that's the shot in the arm that they need. You know what I'm saying? They need to get more. I want to say adult because that just sounds real sexual. But like they need more like mature content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And it's not saying that they
need more controversy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that like okay they need to lead the kids out of it because like kids play a big portion when it comes to like kids are a major.
I mean, we were kids watching the Attitude Era.
Exactly.
I mean, I think we showed up. Then turned out okay.
For the most part. I still DS trap every now and then,
I mean, that's
still
a part
spit my water out like Triple H, But that's just me being a kid.
We're still, active members of the society, so I think
right. It's like we're still social, like we're still social creatures. Like we're not like we're not degenerates. You know what I'm saying? You see what I did there? So it's like it works. But my thing is, I feel like a lot of parents nowadays like to keep their kids in safety nets.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like that's the one thing that might be an issue with WWE trying to bring back that mature content.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of because of the era we grew up in. Right?
Exactly.
Because we grew up in the 90s and we saw all that shit growing up. It's like, we don't want our kids watching that shit.
Not at all. And it's like, hey, I don't like and it's like, personally, I don't think I would like to see my son, like I wouldn't want to see my son at a young age looking at a white lady with, hand painted hands on her breast. You know what I'm saying? Or like a lady in a bubble wrap outfit, like a bubble wrap swimsuit.
But at the same time, because
or
the kid,
Mae Young, right there. That draws the line right there, Mae Young.
But at that age, kids are still innocent, right? Because unless they know, they don't know.
For sure.
Because, I mean...
I feel like if you don't point it out, they really not go...
Yeah.
You know, if you don't be like... I feel like the more you try to shun them from it, I feel like that's the more they try to go. Because it's like, hey, Graham definitely tried to get me to cut the TV off at 9 o'clock. It was like, no. Because I knew that last hour of wrestling was like the best part. So it was like, I can't. So I used to be like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. And still have my TV on and shit. When I heard my grandma coming, pause. Turn the TV off real quick. And it still had that little, the little line. Like the, you know, like it was like the little on the old TVs. Like when you turn it off, it still had that like the little staticky line right there because it had just turned off and it still didn't like darken down or nothing. So I was like, our era is definitely the reason why they can't do it again now. Like,
Yeah.
Like ain't no way in hell it's gonna work. But it sucks because I feel like that's what they need.
Yeah, because I think that's that was the best era of wrestling we've had in our generation. So,
I feel like in any generation.
Hands down. The 90s through the early 2000s, some of the best wrestling that we've ever seen.
I feel like that era revolutionized wrestling.
Absolutely.
Forever.
Absolutely.
You know
it definitely changed the face of wrestling for
I feel like that
the
era,
rest of eternity.
Right. Because I feel like that era showed you.
You didn't have to be a big guy to be over.
That, and I feel like it showed that. I feel like it showed that there's almost nothing that you can't do that might work. Because there's like a lot of shit that shouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like example with Mick Foley, Sacco. Sacco shouldn't have worked, but it got him so over. Like it got him so popular. Like he was getting that fan crowd reaction like slowly through his promos and whatnot. But as soon as he brought Mr. Sacco out, it like changed his whole trajectory.
Yeah.
Like the Rockets was on him ASAP. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this era is totally different from the era we grew up in, and it shows not just in wrestling, just
in general,
in society in general. And it sucks because it's like I feel like wrestling has gotten too kiddish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but when they try to push the envelope, people go push back because it's not deemed socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, I can see that.
That's how it is.
So this past Sunday was Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get to watch live, but I did end up watching it Monday morning.
How'd you like it? I read a lot of reviews and shit and seen highlights. I've seen shit here and there.
Honestly, like 4.5. 4.5 out of 5.
Would you say this is their best pay-per-view so
The
far?
best pay-per-view of the year, hands down.
Hands down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every match on this card was pretty fucking decent.
Favorite match?
My favorite match? It was either an opening match with Hangman and Brian Cage, or Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
Okay. Least favorite match? The match that caught your attention the least?
Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
Just didn't do it for you?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah. Like I liked it. I liked the story behind it. With every match on the card, that was the one that because I didn't see the Serena D versus Riho on the pre-show.
Yeah.
But everything else is like, nah, bro. Like I felt like they could have not had that match on the card and been a 5.
Okay.
Because like Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida, that's my second favorite match on the card. It's like that shit. Like shout out to Britt Baker. For one, she makes my wife so mad, so mad. So first of all, on a tangent,
The name doppelganger.
yeah. So when she won, right, I showed Brittany the picture, and she's like, "Fuck that bitch, I hate her."
Shout out to B.
Yeah, you know, this past, I think Thursday, McDonald's announced that McDonald's gave Britt Baker 1,500 free Big Macs, because a few weeks back, it was a Twitter beef going on between Wendy's and McDonald's. And Wendy's wanted to shout out Britt Baker, but Britt Baker was like, "Nah, I'm already taken," and took a picture with 2 Big Macs. So ever since then, McDonald's has been kind of on her side. So they gave her 1,500 free Big Macs to give out to her fans, and they're coming up with her own Big Mac called the Brit Mac. So I told Brittany once that Brit Mac gets popping, I'm buying. Well, I didn't tell her I'm buying her one, but I'm gonna buy her one. I'm gonna record her reaction.
There goes some more content. Oh my god.
Yeah,
the Brit Mac.
Like, but that was such a good damn match. I mean, in the past year.
Would that be the sleeper match?
Yeah, absolutely. In the past year and a half, Britt Baker has evolved from a green behind the ears wrestler to the face of the women's division in AEW. And not too long ago, she was jobbing out in WWE to Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And now for her to be women's champion and face of the company in the women's division, meanwhile, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are kind of like at the bottom of the barrel.
Definitely at the bottom of the barrel.
It shows how much
tag team turmoil.
See what you did there. It shows how much, how volatile the wrestling world is.
For sure.
Like, cause you can be on top of the world, and then out of nowhere, people forgot about you. And you can be
tumbling down.
You could be jobbing out to, making somebody else look powerful, to being
the most over motherfuckers.
Being the most over heel in the company.
James Ellsworth was this close. He was that close, bro.
Yeah.
He was a Braun Strowman jobber. All of a sudden, he was Carmella's boyfriend. He was Dean Ambrose's he was that close, bro.
Yeah.
He almost changed the game when he came to jobbers, bro. He almost became like. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, he would have been like. I'm trying to think who was a surprising who got surprisingly over to you.
Surprisingly over.
Like, someone was like, damn, like, you fuck with him, but was like, you didn't expect him to get as over as he did. Like, what do you think of somebody who's like, their popularity surprised you, but you fuck with them? Is there anybody you can think of?
I'll say Shelton Benjamin when he first became a singles competitor.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Before he became the gold standard.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when he was still jobbing out after Team Angle, but he was getting wins every once in a while.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, he got pushed to a main mid-carder.
Right. He was IC champion.
Yeah.
And defended against some good wrestlers. Fought some good wrestlers. Had good matches. Okay. Then he kind of like the Shelton Benjamin of jobbers.
Yeah.
But without the titles and shit without the achievements, rather. Like, cause it's like he was there. Like, he was jobbing out to Braun Strowman for matches for Monday nights on, like, days on end.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, he helped. Some shit happened. He was there. He had his own T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Carmella was wearing him on her pants. Like, he was almost there. Like, has there anybody that became a superstar at the jobbing? Like a legit superstar? Like, Britt Baker's damn near there. Like, is there anybody else that was like a super jobber? Like, that's the question we got to put out in the group chat.
Yeah.
Like, is there any jobber that turned it around and became one of, like, the best?
Oh, maybe we can do like a top 25 jobber turned star.
Do we have 25 jobbers that turn stars?
I mean, technically, Jeff Hardy was a jobber. X-Pac was a jobber. So we got, and there's I'm sure we can once we go back and think
I
about
wouldn't
it.
call X-Pac a jobber because
He
even
jobbed-
as the 1-2-3 kid, his first storyline was with Razor Ramon.
I think he jobbed out before that.
No, because I thought his first match was against Razor Ramon. He won. That's why they called him the 1-2 because he was just a kid, and then he beat Razor Ramon, and that's where the 1-2-3 came from.
I don't know. This is what we missing Jake for.
Damn it, white boy.
He always that deciding factor. But no, I'm sure we can.
No, I put that in the notes. I put that in the notes. Top 25 jobbers. Top
Yeah.
25 jobbers.
But yeah, as the card goes for Double or Nothing, pre-show was Serena Deeb defeated Riho. First match of the night was Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage, which was a great opening match. That shit was amazing. That really showcased Brian Cage's skills. He did. He still looked powerful. Because the only reason why he lost is because interference from his own team.
King Taz.
Yep, from
They hating on him, bro.
Hawk and Ricky Starks.
So is he like become a face now?
No,
He's not a
because
face
he was still with them. It's just I think he's going to slowly become a face.
It's starting to look like that.
Yeah.
Because that's the same one who was showing Sting respect, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the Young Bucks taking on John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, which was a great match. Such a good match. I was really rooting for Moxley and Kingston because I kind of wanted to see them as tag team champion.
Right.
But at the same time, the Young Bucks are on a tear, and you can't kill that streak right now.
Is there anybody that you see has the potential to knock him off the horse? As tag champs?
As tag champs. Right now, no.
Do you think it'd have to be a brand new team? Or you think it's somebody gonna come from the gutter, come from behind, pause?
Somebody that we're not really thinking of.
Who? So since they were the number one contenders, right? Moxley and
No, I think they kind of just pissed them off into making them.
have a tag match.
Yeah.
So who are technically the number one contenders? Do you know?
You
gotta look it up.
Yeah.
I really do like how they go off wins and losses. Like I do like that. Like I thought it was gonna kind of fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like I do enjoy that. Like I enjoy that. I enjoy the wins and loss concept.
Especially with them getting more shows now, so now you can rack up more wins.
Mm-hmm.
AEW rankings as of.
Yeah. AEW's been doing good things, man. I feel like as long as they don't WCW themselves, I think they'll be okay. Does that make sense?
Number one ranked team is the Varsity Blondes.
Hey, shout out to Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah. Then it's the Acclaimed, then Private Party, and then FTR.
Okay.
And then Moxley and Kingston rounds out the top 5 after losing.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, the women's division, the women's rankings with Britt Baker as champion. Thunder Rosa is the number one contender, which they already have a good feud going on.
Right.
Then there's Ty Conti, Nyla Rose, Hikaru Shida at number 4, and Layla Hirsch at number 5.
Okay.
And then the men's title with Omega and Miro as the collective champions. There's Jungle Boy, Adam Page, Darby Allin, Moxley, and Orange Cassidy.
The 8-1-1.
Yeah.
I want to see Hangman finally get a title, besides the tag title, and I want to see OJ. I want to see OC get some title love, bro. Like I need that to happen.
Yeah, cause watching that fight, the Omega versus Pac versus Cassidy.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing. Like that's some of the best wrestling I've seen from Orange Cassidy in the whole time I've been watching him.
That's good. I mean, yeah, I feel like they're gonna let him wrestle more now, like legit wrestle, like none of that gimmicky shit. Like,
no, he still has it was still gimmicky. Like he still has his gimmicky shit.
That's part of his persona, but I feel like they're gonna
still showcase his skills.
Exactly.
Still, so I think they did a good job. Next match was the Casino Battle Royale. So, great match. It did have some slow spots. There was some moments where they did not know what to do with certain wrestlers. One of the wrestlers being Leo Rush.
For sure.
He made his debut, which technically he's a New Japan wrestler. They got that contract with AEW, so he just showed up. I don't think they know how to work with him yet because he moves so fast.
Yeah.
So some of the moves were looking like botches just because he was moving faster than his opponent. So once they get that chemistry in the ring, I think he'll be a great addition.
Oh, for sure.
Then there was Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo.
And you really didn't like that match? Huh?
Nah, it wasn't my cup of tea. Then you had Miro versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts, which was odd to see because, like Jake said, they are trying to make Lance Archer the face in the matchup.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to look at Jake Roberts as a baby face.
Even though he did it for a while, he did it as a wrestler. So it's not as, I guess, because I feel like his face promos are more so like his struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his like the struggle and the being, you know what I'm saying, like confronting the, like the face of adversity and overcoming shit is like, I feel like you can portray that through Lance Archer.
Yeah.
His face. Like, yeah, his best promos are as a heel, yes. But I feel like he does a good job I feel like he did a good job as a face when he used to cut his little promos as a face back in the day.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just, being able to project that to through Lance Archer, try to get him over.
Pause. Then you had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Akira Shida for the Women's Championship. Obviously, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, won. Great match. Both women looked awesome. Akira Shida looked powerful. I mean, they're protecting the lockjaw. So, like, once she locks that in, it's pretty much a wrap. So, they're doing a good job at protecting that. Then you had Darby Allin and Sting versus the Men of the Year with Ethan Page, so many pages. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Great match for this to have been Sting's first wrestling match in 10 years? 6 years? 2015? 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
His first.
I was about to say, yeah, because I was say I thought he wrestled at WrestleMania, and I was like, yeah, 2015, yeah, so probably 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
As a 62-year-old wrestler, he looked pretty damn good. He took some nice bumps.
For sure.
He took a power suplex. He took a suplex on the ramp.
The ramp.
Which it looked good.
I feel like he's in better physical shape than Undertaker was.
Yeah, and then he did a diving sting splash from the top of the dice.
Oh, okay.
Not the dice, the top of the poker chips.
Okay.
So I mean, Sting, he looked good. He looked
Did they
good.
lose?
No, they won.
They won. Okay.
They won. They beat him.
I'm burning up.
They beat him with a Stinger splash. No, Scorpion Death Drop.
Scorpion Death Drop.
Yep.
Okay.
It's basically out of nowhere.
Who took the pin?
Scorpio Sky.
Okay.
And you had Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
Sorry, I gotta go. What do you feel about Scorpio Sky's heel turn? You like it? You fuck with it?
I would have liked him as a face as a singles competitor for a bit.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like him wrestling for the AEW World Championship match kind of set him apart and put him in that eye where he could be a singles competitor.
Right.
I just feel like taking somebody out of one team and putting them into another team is it's counter beneficial.
Type shit.
Like, yeah, it's probably beneficial for Ethan Page, but you're not really doing any justice for Scorpio Sky.
Makes sense.
He was literally just in a tag team.
Right. Makes sense. And then it was like it was a legendary tag team.
Yeah.
They were tag team.
They were the first tag team champions in AEW.
And then they were a group outside of AEW.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like they got they got history.
Yeah.
So it was like, I feel like you retired. Like with Matt Jeff, once they broke up, they were single competitors for a while, for years.
Yeah.
For years, and then they got back together as a tag team. It's like so I definitely like they definitely should have did that with Scorpio Sky. Let him have his little singles run, even though he lost his contender match. Keep fighting, winning your matches. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do is like, cause it's like the that brass ring is still funny to me. Like that brass ring is still hilarious.
I want to take this time out to shout out Deuces. I think he's doing the one-on-one right now. That man is always working, even in the background.
Content king.
The content king. But next match was, we didn't talk about the Kenny Omega versus Cassidy versus Pac. That shit was great. Those 3 different styles worked really well, and it wasn't overwhelming. They found a way to make the spots work.
Do you remember any highlights? Like, what was one spot or move that you can remember that? Like, oh, that shit was cold. But I feel like with them 3, there were a couple.
Yeah.
There would have been a couple. From everybody.
Yeah, there was. Orange Cassidy hit both Pac and Kenny Omega with the Orange Punch.
Okay.
And they seemingly came out of nowhere for Pac and for Kenny Omega.
Right.
And Kenny Omega was trying to pull off a top rope avalanche, a one-wing angel.
That move's so cold to me, dog.
But he kept, Pac kept fucking reversing it, and then Pac hit both Orange Cassidy and Kenny Omega separate times with the Black Arrow.
Yeah.
And the Black Arrow is such an amazing move.
Such a dope ass top rope move.
Yeah,
definitely a dope ass move.
And they do a good job at protecting it because though he hasn't won with it yet, nobody has kicked out of it clean.
Exactly.
So like with them doing that, whenever he does it, you know that if it's clean, that's the moment he's winning.
He's winning, right.
So like that, having that suspense level, it was like Jake would probably be upset for the many near falls that it had, but that's what made the match great in my opinion.
I feel like as long as it's not excessive false finishes, are like, I feel like they're important to like a main event. Was that the main event?
No.
I feel like it's title match.
But it was essentially a cold main event.
Yeah, it's like for a world title match, sometimes them false finishes are like important to that match, especially as long as it's not excessive.
Yeah.
If it's excessive, then it's like it kind of waters it down.
Dish, who's the head coach of Jaguars?
What? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
I wasn't either. That was random.
Dish, who's the head coach of the Jaguars?
Urban Meyer.
Okay. So the next match was the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle in the Stadium Stampede match. The reason why I asked Dish that because
He was there?
yeah.
Oh, I was about to say he must have been there. Okay.
Yeah, he was there. They
He used to be the old Ohio State coach? Yeah, Ohio State coach.
he was there. Jericho threw MJF through his office.
Damn, he was in there?
He was in his office. He's like,
Hey, that's dope.
He's like, holy shit.
That's dope.
I mean, it was nice, and
That's
they mentioned Tebow, obviously. So like they did a good job at bringing in the Jaguars because the Jaguars mascot popped up again.
But he used to play for Florida, so it makes sense. And then he's the tight end. So
I say yeah.
Because I was like, why did they mention Tebow? I was like, okay.
He's there. He's
I was like, he used to play for Florida, and he the tight end for them. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but so it was like, and Tebow wouldn't pray for MJF.
I love YTJ. I love YTJ. No matter what, he's always gonna be YTJ to me. I don't care. No matter what promotion he's in, he's always gonna be YTJ to me. I'm sorry.
And I think he understands he has that with certain fans.
Mm-hmm.
He does, though he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it, and I was like, I do my best not to call him Y2J, but like out of all his wrestling nicknames, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that that was closer to the realism of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Y2K shit was going on, and it was like, and that was just the perfect persona for him.
Yeah.
Debuting in WWE.
Yeah.
So it's like he's always gonna be Y2J to me. Sorry, Chris. I love you. I love you as a wrestler. You're one of my favorite wrestlers, but forever Y2J.
They did a really good job. Shout out to them having like fans back for the first time because
This wasn't cinematic?
no, this is shot live.
You remember when we was talking about that?
How that it was gonna have to be, but no, this was shot live.
Wow, and
but
it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out because they had everything planned out accordingly.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Every fight was a scene.
I'll say you got to be super prepped for this match.
Every fight was a scene, and the reason I say that because after Chris Jericho throws an MJF through Urban Meyer's office,
I damn got to go find his highlight now.
They kind of like go through a door, and then all of a sudden the camera cuts to Wardlow and Jake Hager, but at this point, for some reason, they're just now squaring up. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
obviously, yeah. Like it was made for the, like.
That moment it was set up perfectly for the camera to come to them at that moment.
Exactly.
Like they were waiting on it. I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, action. And now they getting ready to fight.
Right.
But I mean, it was still, the Stadium Stampede was still great. Like it was amazing. And somehow they turned the Inner Circle face.
Which I like. I'm actually enjoying it.
I'm enjoying the mess faces.
I'm definitely enjoying the.
Cause I was always big on Sammy Guevara getting a face turn.
Right. I was scared that Sammy was gonna turn on him low key.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I thought his face turn was going to come.
With him coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, he put a turn on them.
Yeah, but Inner Circle ended up winning.
What, Inner Circle won?
Yeah.
Good shit. I thought they was going to
I thought they was definitely going to lose, but with the Pinnacle winning the Blood and Guts match, now it sets up a trilogy.
Rubber match. Yeah, it's a rubber match.
So now they have the trilogy that's probably going to happen at All Out.
Dog, this shit is funny, dog.
Like Urban Meyer is I think he was the perfect coach for them.
Oh, for sure.
Because I don't know if any other coach would have been come here, y'all.
Right.
Fuck up my office.
I feel like Urban Meyer might have been a low-key wrestling fan. Like, he might be a low-key wrestling fan.
Yeah, and the Khans being involved in wrestling and in football, it works for them.
Yeah.
It works so much for them, so good shit. Great pay-per-view. I'm excited for the next. Yesterday, Andrade appeared and debuted on Dynamite, proclaiming that he's going to be the face of AEW.
I'm excited because I actually do like Andrade.
And I like they're going with the El Idolo gimmick.
For sure.
With the, it makes sense because like of his father-in-law, right? His father-in-law is Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He's coming out. He's coming out with the flair, with the suits,
you got to.
with the gold chains and the watches, and it's like it makes sense.
He's gonna be Enrique Flair.
Damn near.
Enrique Flair. What?
And I don't
Flair,
know.
bro?
I don't know how much time Ric Flair has left on his contract with the E, but I can definitely see him, making an appearance with his son-in-law.
He can be another manager. Snake and Telio.
Because now they have Mark Henry as an analysis for AEW Rampage that's coming out on Friday.
Okay.
So he made his debut on Sunday.
So after the playoffs, Dynamite's going back to Wednesdays, and then Rampage is going to be on Fridays.
Yeah, until they make their TBS deal.
Okay.
And I think they're going to Mondays.
That's gonna be fun, dog. Like they're legit. They like purposefully setting it up to go against WWE.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying. It's like we gonna show y'all that we better than y'all. Like y'all suck right now.
Because they know that competition is good for them.
Good for sure.
Especially for them being a up and coming company. This is not what they're going to They're closing up their second year, getting ready to start their third year in October, getting Dynamite.
Yeah.
So they really, at this point, have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
So
For sure.
I feel like I feel like the sky's the limit for Tony Khan right now.
Oh yeah, he's doing good things. Doing good things. We figure ready to
Take a break.
pay these bills, man. We'll be right back at you.
And we're back.
We back.
To the best wrestling podcast on this side of the planet, the NWO podcast, the Nerd World Podcast, a podcast that is just too sweet.
Too sweet.
It's your boy Dougie Fresh, aka Tripande L.E. Delo.
It's funny because he still do the intro on the breaks. Like, you was the same nigga. You say you was the same nigga you
I was
was
the same
when you
nigga
started,
before.
Bro. Right.
That's, I gotta let them know I ain't changed.
Never change. Never change.
Break ain't changed me. Same nigga.
Ain't
A1
nothing changed but
since
the
day
numbers on
one.
the range, nigga.
A1 since day one. Speaking of day one ish, that nigga Roman is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I seen that little joke he did on Jay. That shit was pretty funny.
Yeah,
That little rib was pretty funny. He was like, "Oops, I'm Jay. The way things going,
It
no
don't matter
which
who-
way you are." Roman definitely won SmackDown for the night after that. He definitely won SmackDown.
That man is hilarious.
Did you watch SmackDown?
No, I was watching Friday Night Dynamite before I got here, and I was gonna watch SmackDown after.
Yeah, I try to. Raw, bro, is just what's going on?
Yeah.
I
I don't know what
It's
you're
like I
doing
don't-
to me.
don't get it. And it's like SmackDown has its faults, but it's like it's still way more entertaining, and it's still
They still have Roman.
it,
They got the tribal chief at the end of the day. You gotta acknowledge him.
right. But I feel like eventually, even with the shit that happened with him and with the Usos losing the tag title match and all that shit that happened, I feel like eventually Jimmy go follow the line just like Jay did.
Yeah, I think eventually they're gonna become tag team champions.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna have that Samoan powership going on. They should. They should give them that.
I'm not gonna lie. As a funny dynamic, I thought it would just be funny for Jimmy to be like, "No, I can't fuck with this." It's like, "No, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? And then create that
riff.
That rift between Jay and Roman. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, but it's like I could see them. I feel like either way would work. I feel like they could pull off either way. Them causing the rift between Jimmy causing the rift between Jay and Roman, or Jimmy following the line. Either way.
Yeah.
Like, either way to go, it'll be money. It'll work.
It'll work out.
Cause he's nobody's bitch.
Nobody-
Hashtag nobody's bitch.
Nobody's bitch, but he's back to wearing the day one ish.
Day one ish, yeah, for sure. He gonna follow one. I feel like he
Yeah.
gonna follow one.
Absolutely.
He's gonna follow one.
It's the tribal chief,
Yeah.
the head of the table. If you want to sit at the table, you got the follow line.
Gotta follow line, bro.
The Eternals trailer.
You finally got to watch it?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I wasn't very knowledgeable on the Eternals,
Yeah.
right? So after watching the trailer, I did go on YouTube and watch Emergency Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Watched his breakdown of the trailer.
Yeah, I do Emergency Awesome and New Rock Stars. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Emergency Awesome.
Shout out to Emergency Awesome and
everything always
New Rock
too.
Star.
They have some good content on YouTube too.
But I watched this video and how they did the explanation of how Thanos fits into all of this. I'm excited to see where, if and when they bring Thanos' name up, or they show us like a flashback or something of baby Thanos, or
because technically Angelina Jolie's character is his cousin.
Yeah.
Alar's and her dad are brothers.
Yeah, because they're both of the sons of Kronos.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's a lot of lineage. So I'm hoping. I hope they explain what happened, why they weren't around for Thanos, for a lot of the shit that happened on Earth. I'm hoping that they are somehow to maybe explain mutants. Like hopefully this is the start of mutants being in the MCU. A lot of the trailer with the magic and shit, it kind of looks like the magic that's Doctor Strange and the Ancient One will use, like how the yellow shit would form.
Yeah, because the Eye of Agamotto was the Odin Agamotto, which was an Eternal.
Yeah.
So they're connected in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least according to Emergency Awesome.
I'm trying to think what else. I feel like that the love triangle between who was that Cersei, Icarus, and what's his name? God damn it! What the fuck is the Black Knight's name? Sam Whitman. What the fuck is your name, sir?
Jon Snow.
What? I don't know nothing, Jon Snow. That's how I feel right now. Damn, what is your name, sir? I can't remember his name.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new phase.
Yeah, I feel like
phase
these new
4.
phases are gonna be, especially with Spider-Man: No Way Home. We supposed to be getting a trailer for that soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because you think we got Eternals in November, Spider-Man in December, Doctor Strange beginning of the year, and Thor shortly after that.
Mm-hmm. Dane Whitman, that's his name. Dane Whitman.
So,
but yeah, I want you to watch it because like I'm really excited because I feel like this is going to explain a lot. It's going to explain a lot about the history of the MCU.
Yeah.
Celestials, Deviants, Eternals.
Yeah, because technically, I mean, Ego was a Celestial, and I think they're going to maybe explain how he falls into it.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like they're and like these aren't the only group of Eternals either.
No.
There are plenty of them. I feel like, but these are just
the main
or the more popular ones.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it's got a lot of history to explore, and I just hope that they, for the most part, Marvel hasn't missed with their movie. There are a few that fell short of what we're used to with Marvel.
Yeah.
Right. Playing cans. But I feel like they've done a pretty dope job overall. I'm still watching them. Like they haven't made me go, all right, I'm done with this. Like,
yeah.
I'm still watching.
I'm biding my time till Wednesday.
Right. Oh yeah, Loki's gonna be. Oh, I can't wait for that first episode of Loki. That's gonna be fun. I gotta find out. Is that? Are they gonna have? Like, is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be like Falcon and Winter Soldier or?
Yeah. It's gonna come out Wednesday and it's gonna release every Wednesday.
No, is it gonna be like Time Link? Is it gonna be like?
Oh.
WandaVision is gonna be like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, as far as how long the episodes
are.
I'm not sure of that.
But no, I'm definitely excited. That should explain a lot. Hopefully, I want to. My whole biggest part is once it's over, how does it set up Thor: Love and Thunder? Because it's supposed to be like, I'm gonna say the setup, but it goes into Thor: Love and Thunder. So it's like I don't want to know.
I wonder because Thor: Love and Thunder picks up shortly, like maybe a year after the events of Endgame.
Yeah.
And Eternals picks up essentially around the same time, as well as because Doctor Strange picks up shortly after.
This shit that happened to
WandaVision.
Yep.
Then where does Spider-Man fall in?
Spider-Man is.
Because I know the last movie.
I think it's happening. I think it's.
Shortly
after. I don't think it's happening during. I think it.
Because Far From Home. Far From Home was shortly after Endgame. So then No Way Home would essentially be shortly after that, just because we're going with the whole him being outed.
Right. Let's see.
But man, I'm excited.
Marvel's been doing good, man.
Yeah, especially we're getting to that part of the year where it feel like we're gonna get movies back to back.
So yeah, for sure. So not to cut you off, cuz it says Spider-Man. That's not what I asked for. Never mind.
But yeah, no, it feels like we're gonna get movies back to back. It's just nonstop Marvel content, which I didn't know what to do with myself today since there was no pause. There was no Mighty Ducks episode today.
We gotta talk about that.
I know that was my tangent.
Dog.
That was my
What did you think about What did you think about the season finale? I was geeked. I was excited.
That shit. That.
I was so excited, bro.
It
The
made
last two episodes was crazy.
It made Brittany cry.
Hey, shout out to Cuz. I teared up.
Like
I
that.
teared up. I was smoking a blunt. I teared up.
That
Dog,
shit was dope.
When they
came out in the original.
When they came out in the original Duck player jerseys, bro, I was like, yep. Cause I'm still finna get my jersey. I'm still finna get my Mighty Ducks jersey.
Oh, I still. Cause that shit was.
Did y'all run while y'all was watching it? Did you run in the room and go get him or what? Like had to go run in the room and go get him. But no, that was exciting. So I'm hoping that the next season go. My thing is, what's gonna happen to the other Ducks? Oh, for sure, had to. I was kind of iffy about that show at first. I'm not gonna lie, I was iffy because it was like, am I going to connect with these kids? Am I going to connect with them? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to feel the same way I felt about Charlie?
Yeah.
About Adam? About Jesse? About Goldberg?
Yeah.
Averman?
Yeah.
Connie? Julie the Cat? Like a lot, like Russ?
Yeah.
Fulton? Like, am I gonna feel like, hey, I know these kids?
A connection.
You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna feel that connection? And I have to say, by the end of the season finale, I did. Like, I'm excited about season 2.
Man, cause
Evan, I feel like Evan was a good Charlie. Evan was a dope Charlie.
A real dope Charlie. It's corny.
Oh, for sure. That's Disney. That's Disney.
It's predictable.
Mm-hmm.
The acting is sometimes bad.
For sure.
But I fucking loved it. Like, I loved all of it. Like, that shit was amazing still.
I like the chemistry between Evan's mom and Bombay.
Yep.
I like the chemistry between, what was the girl's name? The Indian lady. What was the Indian girl's name? Oh my God.
I can't remember.
Damn
Her
it.
boss.
No.
Oh.
The girl. The code. Evan's little boo. What was her name?
I can't remember, but I like their chemistry. I like the
fuck.
fact that I like how they definitely became
They became a team out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
All because I just wow.
Oh yeah,
Kenan
Kenan
Thompson will
gonna
return for the Mighty Ducks season 2.
Yeah, because he wasn't on
in it.
in
Yeah.
season 1. Same with
Charlie. Yeah, I was kind of hurt about that, but I would love to see him come back. That'd be dope.
But it made sense why Charlie didn't show up, just because he felt like Bombay didn't care about them. So now that seeing what he did
with these kids,
and make him want to come back.
Right.
He taught them the flying V.
Right.
That shit was amazing.
Sophie.
Sophie.
I feel like Sophie was the Adam Banks of the group. What was Coob was definitely Goldberg. Definitely Goldberg. I feel like
shout out to Cooper, his voice, bro.
Was hitting them, dog.
Hitting them. That
vocals,
run,
bro.
That run
vocals,
at the end, when they thought it was over, they started clapping it. He was still going.
He still hit it, dog. I was like, dog, he snapped, bro. He snapped, but no, but they did amazing with this show.
Yeah.
And I hope that the fanfare, that the viewer, whatever they need to get a second season, I hope it happens, because I feel like there's so much more that it can explore, especially with Bombay coming back and Evan's mom becoming a coach. Like, they both coaches
and now they got
now.
the range to the Mighty Ducks name again. It's
right.
Like, no, you got the old Mighty Ducks team that they probably gonna merge
together. They go shun dude out, and gonna try to make a new team.
Which will give us our Mighty Ducks 2. So it's like, that's a lot they can do with it.
The way Disney is merging TV shows and movies, fuck around and get D4 or the Game Changers movie or some shit.
Game Changers
you know
movie
what I'm saying?
or something.
They could get a movie, fuck around, and somehow they do good and go back to the Olympic Games, or the Junior Games or some shit, the Junior Goodwill Games or something.
Yeah.
It's like I definitely need a full length, but I enjoyed the show. It was nostalgia. It was nostalgia at its finest.
Absolutely.
It pulled at the heartstrings, bro. Like
And
seeing the group of kids back at the ice, was that the pizza parlor? Pizza parlor.
the Ice Palace.
They was at the Ice Palace when they met up. The kids coming back to the Ice Palace and seeing Coach Bombay and them talking, and it's like that moment was like the turning point for him to be like, all right, I'm gonna help. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be more involved with the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even Laura Graham as Evan's mom, I think she did an awesome job. As a mom who just wanted to make her son happy and want to play hockey,
Yeah.
she went out and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna create my own hockey team. And it went from a team that
Nobody.
didn't nobody expect to get a win during the season
And
to a
they-
team that had to forfeit the championship just to turn around and beat the champions for the name to their team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's that game specifically, it kind of mirrored the ending of D2 to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Against Iceland, you know what I'm saying? How they were supposed to be the superior team, the underdogs. They rallied together, you know what I'm saying?
They took off the USA jerseys and put on Ducks jerseys.
Right.
Ducks
you know
jerseys.
What I'm saying? So I was like, that was definitely a callback when they took the Don't Bothers. I was hoping when they did that speech at halftime, I was like, bro, I hope there's a jersey moment. I was like, I don't know how they gonna pull it off. I was like, I hope there's somehow a jersey moment. And he was like, hey, a group of friends gave this to me.
And for it to be the original jersey.
That made it.
Because now you get the visual representation of who each character is supposed to be.
And I'm watching, because I'm like, where the fuck is Banks? I'm like, I don't see no Banksy. I see Sophie with the 99. I was like, that makes sense, because she was the coldest motherfucker in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Evan was Charlie. He was
He's
the
the
captain.
captain.
He was trying to bring everybody together. It worked so.
Whatchamacallit was Knuckle Puck. The pancake flip.
The pancake flip. What was his name?
I can't remember his name.
I'm on it now. Not Nick. Logan was the pancake dude. I feel like Nick was definitely Averman.
Yeah.
Nick was definitely Averman. Coming
Yeah.
with the jokes and shit, he was definitely Averman.
It was definitely Averman. And it was.
I feel like
the
who
cat.
else?
Connie the cat was.
That was definitely that was Maya. That was Maya or Stephanie? No, Maya or what's the other girl's name? Because Maya was the weird girl.
Yeah.
No, Maya was the popular girl. Lauren was the girl who was like the social outcast, the one with the glasses. And I feel like they became Fulton
They became the Bass Brothers.
Right, they were the Bass Brothers. They were Fulton in Portman. Like they were definitely Fulton and Portman. And that show was I know I said it a lot. I just hope we get a second season, bro.
Hands down, because when they first announced that they were doing a Mighty Ducks TV show, we were geeked, but I was kind of standoffish. Like, okay,
B was for sure.
How y'all gonna do this?
Right.
And I like that it was a continuation in the fact that they really didn't need the original Ducks. They just, all you needed was Bombay.
He was the glue. He was the bridge.
Because it was more so of Bombay's redemption and his redemption story after the end of D3.
D3, right.
You know what I mean?
And then him going to coach NCAA, the recruit shit happening, and him getting fired and banned from NCAA.
Yeah.
To him doing the Ice Palace and didn't want to have nothing to do with hockey until the Don't Bothers came along, and that changed his whole outlook on hockey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially that dynamic between him and Evan's mom, Alex. I feel like if that dynamic wasn't there, I feel like it would have probably been a little bit tougher for him to come around about, wanting to be more involved in hockey.
Yeah.
And then when they went to the pond, the frozen pond, I feel like that helped out a lot. I feel like that was more team camaraderie. Like I feel like
even the blind hockey.
Yeah, like the blind hockey, and you see how how off-putting they were about it, but how much it helped them come together as a team in the real games.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they were down and out, they were like, "Hey, you see, who was that? I think Lauren might have been the one. She just closed her eyes.
So you ever seen blind hockey?
Blind hockey. She closed her eyes. And it might have been Maya tapping. Maya tapped the puck, tapped the ice. She passed it, and it was a wrap. It was like, and it's so much more for a second season. So much more that they could do because like they can find. It's like Rocky. He didn't lose. He didn't win that championship. Hit the first movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that second season.
Now as the Ducks, they got the opportunity to be the champions.
And it'll even be colder if the former Ducks somehow make a new team. They still as good. They go to the championships, and we finally get that underdog versus the reigning champs match that we wanted to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that Disney snapped. I gotta commend. I haven't watched the other show. It was like Big Shots or some shit. I kind of remember the movie. I think it was a movie. I think it was an original movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it was an original movie about a women's basketball team. I think it had to be about twins. I think it was like twins.
Double teamed?
Was that double team? Okay,
that's the twin basketball.
Then that's not what I'm talking about then. Because it was like, I thought Big Shot was based off something. I thought it was based off one of the original movies.
No, I think
that's
Disney.
That's the original.
Disney has been doing their thing with their TV shows.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I'm excited. I was kind of wishing that we would have had one more episode of Game Changers to hold us over to Loki, but I'll deal with it.
Right. It ain't too much.
I know they still got the Star Wars Bad Batch going on right now too. So
I got to get more into the animated part of Star Wars. I haven't really been into.
I tried to watch the first episode. It's just
and I'm a big Star Wars fan.
I'm just now getting into the Star Wars lore, so it's gonna take me a bit to get caught up on it all. But so the Conjuring 3 premiered on HBO Max last night and in theaters.
For sure.
So what did you think of it overall?
I enjoyed it. That's my favorite horror movie franchise right now. Like I like the Annabelle, the Nuns, the whole like the main Conjuring storylines. I had, me as a fan, I had, not even being biased, is like the chemistry that Ed and Lorraine had, like the actors who play him, Vera Farmiga and I can never remember his name. The dude who plays Ed, I can never remember his name.
Yeah.
He be in other shit, but I enjoyed their chemistry. I enjoyed their chemistry as that couple. Patrick Wilson. Besides Patrick, like I love their chemistry as Ed and Lorraine. This one I enjoyed it even more because it was outside the horror. It was outside the haunted house element.
Yeah.
Even though certain aspects, there were certain aspects that kind of resembled the other movies.
Yeah.
But it was still different. Like it was still shit that we didn't see in a lot of the other movies. And I feel like I enjoyed it. I give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 too sweets.
Okay.
I'm hoping that there's more because there's so many stories that the Warrens have.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so much shit they can do. So I'm hoping that this is just. I hope this is. I hope it's not the end. I hope there's more that they can do. I hope there's other stories that they can do. It was a lot of callbacks. I enjoyed it overall, man. I watched it with my best friend. I watched it with Munchkin. They enjoyed it. Yeah, I like it, man. And that's not even me being biased because that's my favorite horror movie franchise. But I enjoyed it. I'm probably watching it again later. I'm most likely watch. I was gonna watch it again before we came to the podcast.
I was watching. We were watching it before I came and got you.
Yeah. So
Brittany fell asleep on it last night, so I was playing the end for her.
Yeah, so I was. I'm probably watching it again, so we can actually talk about it in full for the test run for the show.
Yeah.
The YouTube show tomorrow.
I kind of want to knock out the movies in chronological order.
Oh, for sure. That'll actually be kind of dope. So technically, the order
It goes The Nun, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle, The Conjuring, Curse of La Llorona, Annabelle Comes Home, Conjuring 2, and then Conjuring 3.
Conjuring 3, yep. I say, out of those so far, it's even including even Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. I gotta go 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is my favorite so far, cause I really enjoyed this new one.
I definitely enjoyed this new one.
I gotta go 2 or 3.
I'd say the same.
I
Or
gotta go 2 or 3.
Annabelle, honestly, low-key might be my favorite.
I don't know. Annabelle's good. I didn't really like the first one. I like Creations and Comes Home more than the first one.
I like Come Home better than Creation, but I like the first one better than.
I like Creation because it kind of sets up what the fuck happened. Like where did she where the fuck did she where she came from and how it all came together because she possessed the polio little girl, and then she gets adopted by the Wiggins, and then she tried to kill the people. You know what I'm saying? She grew up in the cult and whatever, and she comes through. And what was that? Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Was that the first Annabelle? She comes through and Annabelle kills her parents and try to go next door and shit. So it was like I like the how to connect everything through little subtle details.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout to see what they got planned next for the franchise, because there's so much more shit they could do.
Because there's so much Warren stories out there. Because when you look at the Warren Museum, they have so many artifacts in there.
Yeah, there's so many artifacts.
So there's so many different stories that they could pick on.
Exactly. And I feel like this one was a good one to do because it made so much headline.
Yeah.
Nationally, it made so much headline.
It was what The Exorcist was based off of.
Yeah.
So and I wanted to point that out to Brittany when we were watching it, because that opening scene with the father, walking up to the house, and it's like that's a direct call out to Exorcist.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Man,
but no, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna probably watch it again. I don't think you rated it. I give it a 4 out of 5.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
And honestly, probably my favorite part is the end credits.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
Without saying too much.
For sure.
The end credits were dope. It was a dope experience.
For sure.
Tits came over and looked at me. Like, without saying too much, the end credits.
That's more the reason why you need to stay to the end.
Yeah.
There you go. More the reason why you need to stay to the end.
Oh, I need a fat nigga towel.
See? You gotta have a fat nigga towel. But yeah, that they did their thing with this one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's coming up next, man.
And like you said, they did a good job at making it different.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the typical, stuck in one house type of deal.
Right.
It was more, spread out. They had bigger challenges, and they showcased Lorraine's skills.
I was about to say they
in a
did
different
such a
way.
good job with Lorraine. Like they made Lorraine such a badass.
Like she's damn near OP.
Yeah, and it's like if you ever watched any interviews or anything with the real Lorraine, that's how she was.
Yeah.
So it's like Vera Farmiga did an awesome job. Like she does an amazing job for
channeling
Lorraine. Because
rest in peace, Lorraine.
Definitely rest in peace. And two.
Yeah.
I think they died in what? I think it was 2006 and 2019 respectively.
Yeah.
I think that. But it's like they were amazing. They were amazing people, man. Again, I hope like I said, the chemistry that they have portraying the Warrens is money right now.
Yeah.
It's like until people get tired of it, I feel like they got so much they can do. It's like until they get tired of playing the characters, it's like they got so much. So I hope we get some more movies. I hope this isn't the end.
Yeah, we might get we might not get another Conjuring or something, but we might get
we might still get like the Nun 2, La Llorona 2. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we get like a 4th Annabelle movie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I wonder, like, do they? Obviously, I think they got the
still need to do the Cricket Man too.
Yeah.
They still got to do the Cricket Man. I feel like they. I want to know more about the samurai suit.
That's
The Haunted Samurai suit. Like I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, I'm sure because with all the different artifacts, they have in that museum, there's so much they could touch on.
So it's like I'm so excited, dog. I'm so excited to
like the wedding dress.
Yeah. And the crazy part, and I thought that was more so La Llorona, but that's something totally different. Like that's the Weeping Bride. That's like something totally different.
But no, the Weeping Bride is La Llorona. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So never mind, they already did that.
Okay, because it was like I thought that was something different. Like I feel like they we can get another Nun 2, another Curse of La Llorona. We can get another, probably a more in-depth one. We can at least get one more Annabelle. But I think Annabelle Comes Home. I think that might be the end of it. Cause I feel like after Annabelle Comes Home, that was pretty much it for her.
Yeah, but they did the there was that couple that was fucking with Annabelle that ended up that went and visited the museum and was fucking with Annabelle and ended up dying in a car accident, leaving the Warrens. I mean, they could do stuff about people are skeptics that fucked with Annabelle and kind of took that shit home.
Yeah, but I feel like those would be so short. Like I feel like Like what other story could they still full length story could they do?
Yeah.
It's they could do what happened with other people's interactions, but I feel like that'd be more like a documentary
or a TV series or some shit.
Right? Like Annabelle the series or some shit. That'd be dope. They fuck around and do Annabelle the series. Now run some Chucky shit. But no man. Overall I enjoyed it, man. I gotta see what's the next big movie release I'm waiting for is probably Black Widow. I can't think of nothing else that's really dropping, like movie-wise, in the next little bit.
For me, I think we're just gonna try to go see Fast and the Furious. I believe that came out this week.
Oh, that did come on, huh? Yeah.
So we're just gonna try. I
won't be in a hurry to watch that one. I'll probably.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna order Saw.
I gotta see that
the
too.
book of Spiral, the Book of Saw tonight.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
But we're at the end of the show.
For sure.
So you got any approvals for this week's list?
Approvals. Of course, The Conjuring, that would make me do it. It's this guy. It's his YouTube channel.
It's just water.
It's this guy on YouTube. He has a channel called Found Flicks, and he explains a lot of horror movies, endings and shit. And you can legit watch that and be like, oh, I watched the movie. Cause he showed clips. He explains little shit. He explains the endings, if they were good or bad, what it means for the franchise, shit like that. So it's that's a dope YouTube channel to check out. Found Flicks on YouTube. But yeah, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I just watched the Mick Foley WWE A&E biography. I don't know who's the next. You know who the next biography is? But I watched that. That'd be one of my approvals. And Loki drops Wednesday, so definitely check that out. That's really all I got, cuz.
It's just make sure y'all check out Mighty Ducks. Check out The Conjuring. Lucifer the season 5B dropped, I think, last week. Check that out. I finished it this morning actually, and I'm excited for season 6.
Okay.
Without giving away too much, they set up a lot.
He's trying to spoil shit for you, Diz.
Also,
Yeah. You saw it? Okay, you good?
I say Diz watched it already. Diz watched it.
Spoiler alert, dog. What's going on? What's the word? I doubt I'll watch it. It's not really my type of show.
It's a great show. It's a detective show with supernatural elements to it. But
You said Superman elements.
Supernatural
Oh, I
elements.
was like, wait a minute. This nigga a superhero? Oh shit. Okay.
Damn near.
Okay.
Damn near.
The Bret Hart biography is tomorrow.
Okay. They also they set up him being God at the
Wait,
end of
the devil?
Yes.
Yeah, God retired.
God retires.
AKA Dennis Haysbert.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which you were right.
Hilarious.
Fam is amazing as God, and it makes sense because his voice is perfect for God.
Wow.
And him playing it like the character itself was amazing. So, and they did a really good job because they did a good job at showcasing the DC comic version of everything because Lucifer is a DC comic.
Right.
So they did a good job at showcasing everything, which is weird because there's a TV show coming out. God damn it. I was just reading about it. The TV show coming out that is showcasing Lucifer, but they're not using Netflix's Lucifer. I just can't remember because it's a different TV show.
Oh, it's the Sandman.
The Sandman.
Sandman. Okay.
They're doing the Sandman, and they're going to have Lucifer, but it's not going to be Netflix's Lucifer.
That was gonna be somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Just because the Sandman is supposed to be darker, and Lucifer is kind of a lighthearted TV show, even though it's about the devil, it's kind of lighthearted still.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm excited for that. But like I said, they did a really good job with this B season of season 5. Just make sure y'all follow us on all our social media platforms. Shout out to everybody that's been following us lately. We appreciate the follows.
Definitely appreciate the love, man.
That's NWO Podcast on Twitter, NWO_podcast on Instagram. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to Nerd War Order Podcast YouTube. Sure. We need those subscribers so we can start getting y'all more and more content. We know y'all love watching us. And as always, make sure y'all visit the Nerd War Order Podcast on Facebook. And don't forget to join that group, Nerd War Order Podcast group. And as always, it's your boy Dougie Fresh, a.k.a. Tripande, El Idolo.
Oh, fuck all that shit. By the way, for the try to start a new YouTube show, Eat with Mary Jane, for to try to do the test run tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. That should be dropping soon on YouTube soon. So shout out to B, shout out to Juan. We finna get this shit popping, y'all.
Check out GeekSet's YouTube page for the behind the scenes of the GeekSet game show coming out soon. We just did the test run for it not too long ago. You might see your boy in there all allergied up and whatnot, but I think I was good.
For sure.
I'm just saying.
For sure. But yeah, we trying to have shit. We trying to make shit happen, man. So just be on the lookout. You said NWO shit, man. But it's another wonderful episode, man.
We out.
We out.